I regret cheating on someone, but I just don't regret cheating on you. Because I don't feel that anyone should be cheated on, but that's how I felt at the time.
So what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BOA. You know, one of the things that we have to understand is that when you're in a situation with a woman, she either is really into you, and that's why she's with you, or you're just a fill-in until something comes along that she really likes.
Hello? Is anyone home? Let me in, please. It is me, BOA.
It helps for you not to ever know this. But on the occasion that you sit a woman down, like this guy did, and ask her some questions about the relationship, boy, you can hear some things, man, that will shatter your world. And yes, your world will be shattered. Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't ask. Now, this woman has such an egregiously nonchalant attitude about telling this guy these things. It's almost as if she's living with the validation of the new guy and just dumping it on top of this guy's head, man, knowing that he's in a vulnerable position. That's why I tell you, men, don't be vulnerable with women. Men who promote that you be vulnerable with women are nutcases. Never listen to a guy who tells you that you should be vulnerable with a woman. Because here's the thing that you must know about a woman. If you allow yourself to be vulnerable, she's going to push the limits to see how vulnerable you are. But let's take a listen to this video, man, and we'll come back and chop it up on the real too.
Ever in love with me?
No.
Seriously?
Wasn't? Sorry.
What was the least favorite thing about me?
How you dress. At what point was the relationship over for you?
It must have been the bit where you cheated. What have you told your new significant other about me?
That you're a dickhead and you were just a waste of my time.
What's your biggest regrets about our relationship?
Me cheating. I regret cheating on someone, but I just don't regret cheating on you. Because I don't feel that anyone should be cheated on, but that's how I felt at the time.
What was the worst thing I did in bed?
Your sex kind of shit. I think that's the worst thing. Just couldn't please me enough.
Now, when you think about the questions that this guy is asking, all of these are pretty basic questions. But when you're in a relationship with a woman who cheats on you, then you must understand that 9 times out of 10, you were never her choice. Now, there are some times where you are her choice, and then there's just another guy who's more of you than you are, but we're not going to get into the complications of that because that's that fantasy world mindset that women live in where they can make anything be better or anything be worse. All they have to do is wrap their mind around the reason that they can shift their outlook on things. But the one question that really indicates how much disrespect she has for this guy is not when he asked her, what was the worst thing I ever did in bed? And she pretty much said everything. It's when he asked the woman, did she regret anything about the relationship? And she said cheating, which on the surface is a positive thing. But man, I want you to look at the look in her eyes. Look at the succubus nature rising to the surface. When she looked this man in his face and told him, I don't think anybody should be cheated on, but I don't regret cheating on you. Basically, no one in the world deserves being cheated on but you. Here's the problem with this entire scenario. None of this happens if this guy never allows himself to be emotionally attached to the woman. It is a problem in your life for you to become emotionally attached to a woman. It is never going to benefit you as a man to become emotionally attached to a woman. There is no benefit. I have studied this for 25 years. There is not one single benefit of becoming emotionally attached to a woman. It doesn't benefit you now. It won't benefit you in 100 years. There is no benefit. Not for you. Plenty of benefits for her. She gets the validation of knowing that there's a man she cheated on who stayed with her and wants to have answers. Let me tell you something, brothers. You are in a weakened emotional state if you need closure from a relationship. Closure? Closure is for people who allow themselves to be too emotionally open. If you don't allow that emotional openness to take a part of the relationship, then you never need closure. You just know how to close the door on the relationship. You know what kind of powerless situation you're in when someone else has the capacity to not close the door on a relationship or not allow you to close the door on a relationship. They've moved on. This woman has moved on with somebody else. Man, you think she want to have this conversation? Yeah, she want to, so she could dump it on this guy's head like this, but this guy needed this for closure. He needed to hear her say the things that he already knew. Because let me tell you something. If you got to ask a woman, what was the worst thing you did in bed? You already knew you were lacking. Boy, I ain't never asked a woman that. Ever. Never even thought about it. I don't know if I pleased every woman I ever been with in my life. I don't know. I don't care. I ain't never asked for that. You understand what I'm saying? That has never crossed my mind because my outlook has never been to serve her. This is a guy who tried to serve a woman. And you see what her response was? You just weren't able to please me. That wouldn't have bothered me at all. It's not my job to please you. It's your job to please me. And if you're a woman that can't find pleasure from pleasing me, then we have a problem. You know what that problem is? You're going to be gone. It's my way or no way. And when I tell you men this, then you look at these situations, you see that, man, he should apply Dr. POA's my way or no way principle. Yes, the my way or no way principle is the number one principle, man, that I apply to life, not just women, but life. It's my way or no way. So everything you can't apply that to, you need to fix it and change it and empower yourself in that position. And never in your life give a woman the satisfaction of knowing that her negative or positive outlook on you even matters. I don't care if a woman tell me I'm great. I don't want to hear it. I don't get no validation from a woman telling me how wonderful I am. I'm the most amazing man she ever met. I know I'm the most amazing man you ever met. I don't need to hear that from you. I worked hard for a long time to become this amazing man. So you telling me, that just lets me know that, hey, you're smart enough to see what's obvious. You men have to stop allowing yourself to be emotionally distraught because a woman didn't turn out to be who you wanted her to be. Well, if you open your eyes and close your emotions, you will see her for who she is every single time, so you won't have to worry about that. You know what? I just want y'all to think about how terrible it is for a woman to say, I don't think anybody deserves to be cheated on. I regret being a cheater. I just don't regret cheating on you. Like, look at this guy, man. This guy don't seem like he was no guy who did nothing terrible to her. He don't seem like a guy that was mean or talk crazy to her or nothing. He seemed like a pretty good guy. Seemed like a nice guy. Obviously, he was emotionally caught up. He's about to cry right now while she's talking. But the bottom line is, women don't care about your emotions. They don't care about your emotions.
They don't care about your emotions.
They care about the results of you being emotionally tied to them, of you being emotionally attached to them. They care about the result because the result gives them power over a man. Don't you know they fight for that? What do you think all this fighting and lobbying and rallying is for? It's for them to have not just power, but power over you. And in a situation like this, where you allow yourself to be emotionally attached to a woman, you empower her and give her control over the things that make you a man. Why? Because when you're in your emotional state like that, you can't be functioning on logic, reason, understanding, wisdom, knowledge, none of those things. When you're in an emotional state, you can only function on feelings, nothing more than feelings. And we don't want to function on none of those. So I say this to you men, before you find yourself in a situation like this, deal with these women from a position of power. And the only position of power you have as a man is the opposite of emotional attachment. Emotional attachment means she has power. Emotional detachment means you have power. It's just that simple. Hey, man, if any of y'all know this young brother, man, y'all send him over here to the Alphasphere so we can get him right, man, because, boy, he got a heavy emotional burden on him right now, man. That's a heavy load for a woman to tell you, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, now, if a woman told me that, I know she was joking. But, man, if a woman tell you, man, that she regret cheating in a relationship, and then you come to find out she only regret being a cheater, but she don't regret cheating on you like you deserve the thing that she don't think nobody else in the world deserves? Boy, imagine being in love with a woman who feels that way about you. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.